Hello, hello, and welcome. I hope that we are on live on YouTube. I am just jumping in here to give you a little bit of information that maybe you're not aware of. I want you to be aware of what's going on in your credit at all times, because I'm telling you there are things that when I learn about them, I want to share with you. And just, the idea is to give you a heads up, because there's some things that happen in the credit world that we are not expecting, and it can have dramatic effects on your credit when you are trying to build your credit and you think you're doing the right thing, but wow, did you mess up and didn't even realize what was happening. So that's what this little short video is about here. I just want to share this because this just happened in my home. Okay. Wow. It's a wow moment. It's a wake up call for my husband, bless him, because he was not aware, wasn't paying attention. And now he could have effects on his credit from this that's going to last him for the next 7 years. So let's talk about what happened. Okay, so my husband never looks at his emails because he doesn't use email that much. I had to go into his email because I was resetting a password on a laptop. When I went in, I noticed all of these notices from a credit card. I'm not going to say the name out loud, but they were notifying him, hey, you're late on a payment. What do I always say? The credit cards that I was late on back in the day set me back credit score wise for years, and they would not remove them. They would not remove it, even though it was an oversight. So for 7 years, my credit score stayed in the low 600s because of an oversight. Well, guess what? It's happened again. Not to me, thank the Lord. But, my husband, whom, what if he wanted to buy another property, or what if he decided to do something with his credit? Well, I haven't looked at his credit yet, but I would about bet you that he's going to pay a dear price for what happened with this credit card. And it's unfortunate because my husband doesn't do minimum payments. No, he pays off balances every single month. He doesn't even wait until the due date. So what happened was, and I'm just going to give you the exact numbers here because we were looking at this and he's in the other room, probably throwing things around. I know he's cussing out loud because it's not fair, okay? But if you don't stay diligent about your credit cards, they could care less, all right? So, this is what happened. July the 1st. No, I'll go back to June the 28th. He knew he had a balance. He actually went to the store that this store credit card is with, and he made a payment of $80. And I told him, I said, I don't think that's all you owe. I think you owe about 400. So July the 1st, he went back and he made a $400 payment. And I don't know where 480 had come from. It's been a while ago and I have definitely slept since then. So he maybe had called, got the balance, I'm assuming, and because he wasn't doing it online till we are now, and he paid the 480 and it paid it off. So that was the balance they said that he owed at that time, right? Well, guess what? I'm looking at his actual account here as we speak. So let's just go all the way back. Okay. Let's go back to, wow, it looks like May. Oh, wow. So, see, you've got to really keep up with your credit cards. They're not a joke. And just because you think you pay them off for a month, I always have a date written down, an alarm set, my calendar, check this credit card. Because when you pay off your balance, and what's happened here is, and I just tell you, I use his credit card if I don't have mine on me at this store because you always get those discounts, right? They give you an extra discount when you have a credit card with their store. So I'm pretty sure this is my fault, but he had a $310 purchase. He had a $125 purchase. Christy Van, I know, right? And he let me use the card. So what he did was he made a payment. He thought, I guess, paid that off. But wow, he didn't. And why I say that is when he paid the $480 to cover the fees, which now look here, we're talking 310, 125, and some change, 435. He made that payment. Remember, I told you these charges were in May. He made the payment at the next because he knew the due date was coming up of $80. And then on July 1st, I'm sorry, guys, I'm just going through this. He was late. He was late on June 28th, and they charged a $40 late fee. Ouch. $40. Then he made an $80 payment on June the 28th. On July the 1st, we must have had a conversation of, hey, that didn't pay off your balance. You need to go back and pay that. He made a payment for $400. On July the 3rd, they charged an interest charge of $8.73. Are you guys hearing me? He thought he paid off the card by making the two payments on June 28th and July 1st of $480, right? Because that was over what we had charged when we bought clothes in that store. But then on July the 3rd, they charged $8.73. Well, I don't think about I don't think about his credit cards. I'm thinking about, my stuff. And I never thought 2 seconds about his bill. And we have not received a credit card statement that I've seen come through showing that he owed $8.73 for the interest charges. That was July 3rd. This is September the 11th. On August the 4th, they did a minimum interest charge of $1. On September the 4th, they did a minimum interest charge of $1. So, do you know what that did? That shows him going over 30 days for that $8.73. And now they keep adding $1 every month. So because of $8.73, he is showing over 30, 60, 90 days on one credit card. And that will have implications like crazy on his credit. So I wanted to jump on here and tell you this happens to the best of us. And I try to be super, super diligent with my credit cards. But if you're paying off balances and you think you're done, please, please make a note to check after that next statement prints to see if somehow they added some charge, some baby interest that you were not expecting, because the implications are great on your credit score for the next 7 years, and they will not have mercy on you for those. So please take note that anytime I pay off a credit card, and you all know how I talk about this on the channel, so I do this, but anytime I pay off a credit card and I think, okay, I'm done with that, I make a note on this date, which is usually the next due date. I put alarms on my phone. I put, things on my calendar. Check this card on this date because of that right there. Them charging maybe an interest charge, minimum interest charge. Please don't let this happen to you. I had to come on here today. My husband actually told me, he said, you need to go on right now and do a live stream and tell those people to watch out for what they do. So here I am, just giving you a heads up to please be watching that. He was getting emails on an email address that I never use, and on an email address he never signs into. But besides that, I had no knowledge of this until I just went into his email to, like I said, I was resetting a password on a laptop and it was through his email. So I had to go in there and wow. So he's not happy right now, super angry, but this is an innocent mistake that anybody can and will make if you're not diligent with your credit cards. Okay? So be aware. Again, if you pay off a balance and you're like, whoo, done with that, double check on the next due date and make sure that they didn't apply some kind of crazy little stupid fee that's going to be considered late when you, oh Lord, they want to hear we'd love to hear your feedback. I don't think I better give feedback right now. But just check your credit cards, okay, guys? It's super important that you keep your credit healthy. We're not a cash system, we're a credit society. So just stay alert, okay? I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I can't believe we're into fall. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the cooler weather, but at the same time, I love sunshine. So I'm not a snow fan. But I hope that you guys are having a great, great week wherever you're at, whatever state you're in. I hope it's beautiful today. And you know what? Keep watching the Fantastic channel to get more ideas, because I'm trying to throw them out there daily, giving you all a heads up on what is going on in the credit world. And I wanted to share this little short video with you here so that you know that if it can happen in the VANN household, it can happen with you. So stay alert, okay? I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.